So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is this, I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the controlling.
Yeah. What you mean it's no transfer of ownership on these properties? Champ on the internet talking about he spent $402 million on these properties. I'm hoping this is not somebody just caught Floyd Mayweather slipping. He said he owned them properties with no partner.
Floyd Mayweather recently responded to rumors that he's gone broke after a possible real estate scam. He claimed he spent his own money to buy 62 buildings and didn't have any partners. "I did it all myself," Floyd said. But some sources say that's not entirely true. Property records suggest he only owns part of the deal, not the whole thing. This has led to questions about whether Floyd may have been misled.
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything." However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright. In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through.
Floyd Mayweather is known not only for his dominance in boxing, but also for openly showing off his wealth. In interviews and public appearances, he often highlights his lavish lifestyle, like flying in private jets with his family. These displays aren't subtle, they're a clear message about his financial success. Mayweather often says his fortune comes from hard work and smart business moves, presenting himself as a symbol of luxury and independence. His social media is filled with content that shows off his rich lifestyle, making it obvious that money is a big part of his image. One of his boldest claims is that he made $350 million in a single night, a statement that fits his flashy brand, though many in the boxing world have questioned how accurate it really is.
You want me to show you right now? Call AJ. My sister, she gonna call my pilot right now.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber?
I'm gonna show you. AJ.
Hey, what's up?
So yesterday you guys flew over to Vegas to pick my daughter and mother up and my daughter and my grandson up, right?
That's correct, yep.
I got tickets for you guys to go to the Super Bowl tomorrow, but I got Dan, he's gonna go. So I need you to fly over there because you gotta pick a couple people up. You gotta pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey, then go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send them over there, and then Dan can get on the plane also. Okay?
Okay, so it'll be. I mean, we're sitting here wrapping up dinner now. I think we got an hour, about an hour to play. I'd say have them at the airport about 10:45 or so.
Yeah, I'm done.
Chael Sonnen, a former MMA fighter and commentator, has pushed back on Mayweather's claims, saying the most Floyd has likely made in one night is around $60 million, not the $350 million he often brags about.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
And, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd Mayweather's nonstop bragging about his wealth might look like simple self-promotion, but it raises a bigger question. Why exaggerate? His brand is built on the image of being untouchable when it comes to money. always pushing the idea that his fortune has no limits. But when people like Chael Sonnen openly challenge those claims, it makes you wonder if Mayweather cares more about looking rich than actually being as wealthy as he says.
First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete over Christian Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is.
So if you had to guess, what do you think's the most Floyd ever made in a fight?
Oh, I think that he's probably made about 60 million before in one night. But no, there's 100 million, 130 million. They just didn't have. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
Do you think he blew through all of his money?
I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about 100 million. People think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you he didn't. No boxer's ever made 130 million in one night.
Mayweather has often said that making money is his main goal, not being remembered as the greatest boxer. His well-known motto, "Nothing in this world is for free," sums up his drive for financial success. This money-first mindset has sometimes taken the spotlight away from his boxing achievements, leaving some people wondering if he cares more about getting paid than securing his legacy in the sport.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'd be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
You're getting emotional now.
No, not at all. No, I'm thinking. I'm always thinking. How can I get better? How can our company grow? How can I continue to teach people around me how to fish? And I don't want to fish for them.
Floyd Mayweather, after the Aaron Chambers fight, went to Monaco and put 11 million on black. 50 million on black.
Everyone earns their own money. You do what you want with your money. Right?
Yeah.
But to an extent, I don't respect it because you're someone that's in such a seat of influence. Especially when we were younger. We used to
look up to Floyd.
And what's he teaching the guys growing up? Oh, spunk your money on
casino, dumb shit.
Work so hard to get it and then throw it away in the casino. Like, come on, man.
That's the thing. It's like that lifestyle. Floyd is not. One thing he keeps coming back doing exhibitions and that, bro.
True.
Probably, I don't think Floyd. Don't get me wrong.
I think his level of broke is our level of rich.
Why is it always about money? Everything you own, everything you do, it all costs money. You can't even take your wife on a date for free. But is that how I measure my success? No, I'm loyal, honest, a good person, and I speak the truth. Money doesn't make me, I make money. Even without it, I'd still be the same person. I fought so many times for free. No, not at all. I'm just always thinking about how I can improve, how our company can grow, and how I can teach those around me how to succeed on their own. I want to show them how to fish, not do it for them.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
In his quest for money, Mayweather has been linked to questionable promotional deals, including endorsing a cryptocurrency scam. Despite already being financially successful, he reportedly took millions to promote the scheme without considering its legitimacy. This raises concerns about whether Mayweather values cash more than responsibility, showing a lack of concern for the potential consequences of his actions.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra card. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like what
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. You send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it, and he just says, "What do you want me to say, and what do you want me to do?"
Okay.
Right, and you just basically give him his script, and he just does it.
Mayweather is famous for publicly flaunting his wealth, from his mansions to his collection of luxury cars and watches. He even brags about tipping his private pilots thousands of dollars per flight. These displays are all part of his brand, emphasizing his image as someone whose wealth is so enormous, he can show it off without a second thought.
Everybody that got their own jet, you always got to tip your pilots no matter what. I don't care if it's a couple hundred, a couple thousand, you got to tip your pilots. Now today, I got to tip my pilots $1,000 a piece because it was kind of rough.
Even after retiring, Mayweather still makes millions from exhibition fights. These non-competitive bouts have become a major source of income. However, critics argue that these fights, especially against non-professional opponents like Logan Paul, are all about money, and they believe it hurts his legacy as a serious boxer.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make $3 million, $4 million, $6 million, $7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
Logan Paul, who faced Mayweather in an exhibition match, criticized him for fighting random opponents just for money. This adds to the growing criticism that Mayweather's post-retirement activities are driven by financial gain rather than a true desire for competition. It paints him as a boxer more focused on making money than on improving himself.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
Snoop Dogg, a longtime friend of Mayweather, made a point of distinguishing between being rich and being truly wealthy. While Mayweather may have built significant wealth, Snoop suggests that true wealth is about sustaining that success over the long term, not just showing it off.
Where did you get that business sense? Because you surpassed everybody in boxing and sports and everything in general. I'm watching you as like, you bigger than the NFL franchise.
Every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children.
It's a bloodline thing.
Yes, it's about wealth. I'm no longer rich, I'm wealthy.
Chris Eubanks Sr. criticized Mayweather's claim of being the best fighter, stating that while Mayweather may be the highest paid boxer, that doesn't necessarily make him the greatest. Eubanks' critique highlights the conflict between Mayweather's focus on financial success and his true place in boxing history.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., he says he's the best ever. Has anyone accounted for this observation? I've never seen him lose. You only know a man in how he accepts defeat. So I can't score him. But certainly, the fact that my own child chose him to be a role model over me, the dad, the gentleman. Yeah, he's a playboy. Because that's what he represents. He has clubs, or he had clubs, and he shows bling. Well, this is how I'm living. I wear a dress. And for a bit of humor, I wear a bear.
Logan Paul accused Mayweather of not paying him the agreed $3 million for their exhibition fight. This controversy, along with rumors of Mayweather being financially unstable, has raised doubts about the legitimacy of his wealth and financial practices. Mayweather's efforts to downplay the issue have only increased speculation about his financial management.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, you know, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
When asked about Logan Paul's accusations of unpaid money, Floyd Mayweather brushed off the issue on the Pivot podcast. He claimed the payment was simply delayed, downplaying it as a minor setback rather than a major problem.
Logan Paul, he said you owe him some bread. How you feel about someone making those type of accusations?
That comes with the territory.
Right.
And you got to realize, when you used to getting, you know, to them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check.
Shit, we getting a YouTube check.
Right.
This is going to be a big YouTube check.
Yeah, so, you know, the money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while, you know? And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 or 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. So they hate when the tables turn.
Right.
You know, look how many years they've been owing us money. But we don't never trip. So now when the tables turn, they say, oh, you owe us something. Be happy with the biggest payday you ever got in your life.
Joe Rogan pointed out that Mayweather is one of the few athletes who openly flaunts his wealth, from mansions to luxury watches. However, as rumors of bankruptcy and financial struggles emerge, what once seemed like a glamorous display of success now looks more like a desperate attempt to maintain his public image, damaging his reputation.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still everybody up.
He does.
He's the only guy. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking. You know, he kept his...
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. I mean, the dude was always training, never got out of shape.
Dude, the jog home in jeans isn't the torture. The torture is sitting around a bunch of drunk people drinking water in a club. I jog home all night.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.